Out of sheer determination, Disney has willed Captain Black Falcon America Man over that $200 million mark. Okay, they'll get there over this weekend. It's still in like 1,000+ theaters for whatever reason, but will it get to the 425 with international markets? Are they going to be able to find an additional $12 million so next week they can end up running the headlines? Oh, see, chuds, this ended up breaking even. Okay, the film only cost $180 million, therefore the break even was 425. Yeah, it wasn't a flop after all. Suck it, bigots. Yeah, whatever, man. Okay, like your wonky movie math, like it's not even going to make sense at all. But when it's all said and done, Disney knows that they have a flop on their hands, mostly because this film, yeah, it's last chance to make any money at the theaters before they could do some other goofy accounting a la Thor Love and Thunder. Oh, see, the film actually was a success because we sold the broadcast rights, or sorry, the streaming rights to ourselves for $100+ million. So yeah, this film was actually profitable. You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, Captain America Brave New World gets a new digital and physical release date. So, okay, if you were one of the brave and bold people to go ahead and hold out, all you need to do is wait until next week, April 15th. You'll be able to watch a new Captain America on a mission to uncover the motive behind nefarious... okay, I watched a few different reviews. I watched a fairly extensive breakdown. Shout out EFAP's breakdown to this film, and I can't remember much about it, other than there's a tiny little Israeli girl who's the chief of security for Harrison Ford in his phoned-in performance, but he was a big diva behind the set, and maybe that's why this film didn't end up performing up to snuff. But don't worry, guys, Disney will be able to mothball this project, and they'll hope that you'll forget about it, but you'll remember it by this time next year, in the lead up to Avengers Doomsday, because that's going to be big important, right? That's going to be so amazing because, Captain America, well, Sam Wilson, he's going to be leading whatever the Avengers look like, when they all come on screen, when you have you have Captain Falcon, and then you got Shang-Chi coming in, and, well, not any of the Eternals, but when the Avengers theme kicks in and is played on a kazoo, oh my god, like, they're gonna make you remember that, oh, you remember he took down the Red Hulk with his words. Aren't you excited to see him take on Doom? It's gonna be so wonderful, right? But hey, you can go ahead and refresh your memory. April 15th, you can go out there and you can get your 4K copies. That's all right. That's right. Go back to this $88 million opening weekend prior to the Minecraft movie, the biggest opening weekend of 2025. Holy Christ, man. This has been a rough year at the box office. Better hope the Minecraft has staying power, because the next big tentpole film coming out in May 2nd, over the May long weekend, well, that's the Thunderbolts. And, well, it's predicted to make somewhere between $65 and $85 million on this opening weekend. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, a box office theory, similar projections between 67 and $70 million. A three-day low-end opening of $67 million and the high end of $82 million, pinpointing at somewhere around $76 million. Will the Thunderbolts flop or succeed? We haven't heard anything specifically about the budget. Okay, somewhere in on around $200 million, which I don't know necessarily where this one filmed, but we could very likely get some sort of tax reporting. I'd imagine they probably did some of it in the UK, because that's where they ended up doing a lot of their post-2022 and filming, because Captain Black Falcon America Man was in development for so long. Yeah, they scheduled everything to be filmed in DC and in Atlanta, so that's probably a relic of a bygone era. But hey, the Thunderbolts is really going to turn around, because it's like an A24 small budget Marvel film, and this is going to be proof that Marvel can do character focus, grounded action. Oh, it's so great. It's going to be wonderful. It's just like how Brave New World had Winter Soldier vibes, and it's giving Phase 2, Phase 3 Marvel once again. We're so back. Bro, the Thunderbolts is going to suck just as hard as the rest of the stuff in Phases 4 and 5, so why should you get excited about this? It's going to be amazing to see how bad this one's going to perform. It's going to be worse. It's going to be a lot worse than Captain America, because as is pointed out, like Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, okay, I hope it's good. I don't know if it's going to be, okay. That one's probably going to make a bunch of money, okay, because they put it out at the right time of year. So if this one ends up flopping, there's not going to be, oh, it just ended up getting eaten up by Barbenheimer. No, Dead Reckoning was a bad movie. So it flopping, it doesn't make a lot of people shocked. But then, right at the end of May, you got Lilo and Stitch, and then Karate Kid Legends. That one really could go either way. I think it's probably just going to be a middling performing movie. I'm not going to speak to the quality of it at all. I'm not entirely sure of the creatives behind the scenes, but you're tying both the original continuity of the Karate Kid with Ralph Macchio there, building off of the momentum, I guess, of the conclusion of Cobra Kai and tying in Jackie Chan. Like, it really could go either way. Not entirely sure on that one, but Lilo and Stitch, that's probably going to be that if there's going to be something to usurp the Minecraft movie when it comes to biggest releases of 2025, at least before July comes around, it's going to be Lilo and Stitch. I hope Mission Impossible, okay, I hope Final Reckoning is that film, is that, successor to Top Gun Maverick that comes along and is just a good, grounded in so much as a Mission Impossible movie, but at least bereft of personal politics, okay? It's just a good, hard-hitting action film, a good old throwback type that just dominates the box office. I don't know, man. It's really tough to tell on that one. But the Thunderbolts, it's going to be totally forgotten. Okay? Like, this isn't a situation where everybody just has to go to the theaters. No, people will take a look at the Thunderbolts and go, okay, it's following up on a bad Marvel film, and it's right before we can all get big excited for another Marvel film coming out in July, which, of the heavy hitters that are coming out in July, okay, the big tree that are coming out, okay, we just recently, earlier this week, talked about the second one to come out. We talked about Superman and its plot leaks, and the first one that's coming out in July, okay, Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm not even going to get into the plot leaks on that one. I don't know if they're out there, and frankly, at this point in time, they're just going to go dinosaurs, big dinosaurs. Hey, we got the Rancor Rex, okay? You remember things? We got the piano. Do. Oh, see, everybody will remember. We got Scarlett Johansson in her 40s. 20 years after anybody really wanted to see her looking like that, but she's gonna be a badass girl boss. It's gonna be so great, and it's gonna make $1 billion, and creativity once again sheds another fucking tear because it's just been jettisoned for member berries and big dumb action scenes. Christ all fucking mighty. That third film to come out what's the release schedule in July? Okay, so first weekend you have Jurassic World. Okay, then the weekend right after that, you got Superman. And then I guess the theaters have this all with a staggered release, hoping that you can just go ahead and catch your breath for a week, and you can go see both of those films once again before you can tune in for the Fantastic Four, right? Because, hey, okay, the Thunderbolts and Captain Black Falcon America, man, those are holdovers, okay? We're just restarting everything. We're getting you all ready for Avengers Doomsday with this non-woke reboot, not a hard reboot, kind of a soft reboot, but this is taking place in a different universe, and this is going to be so different because we're not going to have all of our ideological producers on it. We're just going to have a bunch of TV people work on the Fantastic Four, the third, fourth, okay, depending on if you want to count the Richard Corman stuff, but at least in the 21st century, you've got your third take on the Fantastic Four, and you think you're going to win people over this time around with gender politics for Sue, I'm pregnant with cringe Franklin Richards Storm. Oh man, okay, here, I don't know much about the plot, mostly because nobody knows much about the plot. I know that there's been test screenings and people say, it's kind of like a sci-fi. It's more of a sci-fi film than it is a superhero film. What the fuck does that even mean? What are the characters like? Okay, is Pedro Pascal passable? Nope, he's not at all a leader. Okay, he doesn't exude those type of characteristics. Oh, great, so it's just basically going to be Joel from The Last of Us, okay, which also debuts this weekend. What is it, T-minus how many weeks until he ends up getting turned into a golf bag? I'd imagine. It's got to be the mid-season low point. So what is that, episode 3? Fucking stupid shows, man, just not having any type of longevity anymore. That's why this entire industry is cratering. But no, there were people that watched the trailer, another trailer that I was wildly unimpressed with, who came away with the idea that Sue Storm, she's really going to be leading the Fantastic Four. And it's like, no, she seems to be providing the narrative thrust, and based on a lot of entertainment in recent years. Basically, no, if the guys aren't bumbling borderline abusers, Okay, they have been portrayed as just being completely and totally emasculated and can only aspire to do anything better if they get reaffirmed by their female counterpart. And so it really looks like that's going to be the case this time around, because this isn't speculation. This isn't somebody that's seen an early test screening. This is coming straight from the ass's mouth. Vanessa Kirby confirms Fantastic Four First Steps explores gender politics with Sue Storm, because that's what we want. Okay? We don't want the Invisible Woman doing cool Invisible Woman shit. No, we want her be a pregnant ass kicker and just boss around the world's smartest man, which, again, Pedro Pascal, terrible casting for that spot, but it is what it is. Actress Vanessa Kirby confirmed Marvel Studios' upcoming Fantastic Four First Steps explores gender politics with her Sue Storm character. Hey, this is going to be so great. Kirby spoke to Entertainment Weekly saying, if you played the exact 1960s Sue today, everybody would think that she's a bit of a doormat. Fuck off. So figuring out how to capture the essence of what she represented to each generation, where the gender politics were different, and embody that today. Oh yeah, so you know what she's saying right here? Okay, that's one of the greatest joys of this. We're making the Fantastic Four for a modern audience. Yay! Oh god, it's dead. It's dead. The idea that Sue Storm was a doormat in the early Fantastic Four comics, yes, is ridiculous. Exactly, man. This is retarded. In the second issue of the Fantastic Four, she turns invisible and breaks herself free from the federal detainment facility. Yeah, exactly. There are the panels right there. I mean, she's fucking invisible, man. She accomplishes quite a lot. Later in the issue, she works with the team to take out the Skrulls who have been posing as them and framing them for various crimes. Yeah, the million Skrulls that are... Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is going to be taking place in an alternate dimension, or an alternate universe, rather. So there aren't those million Skrulls running around the 616 like there are right now. But anyways, on top of Kirby's comments, Entertainment Weekly's Christian Holb shared that Kirby's Storm is the head of the Future Foundation and that she has helped achieve global demilitarization and peace. Oh, she is the leader of the Fantastic Four. How fantastic. Shackman elaborated, if Reed is the most scientifically intelligent person, and then she is the most emotionally intelligent. Fuck, I don't want to see... Oh my god, this makes me... Ugh. This is everything wrong with everything. Really. The most emotionally intelligent. Once again, man. Oh no, this is Marvel course correcting. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Galactus is in it. He's got a practical suit. You're gonna be able to see him eat a planet. Emotionally intelligent person on the planet. Pushing gender politics. What the fuck are we doing? When Marvel was really cooking, when it was generating enough money to make it the most successful cinematic franchise of all time, a record to which looks like it's never going to be surpassed. You had men being men and women being women. You had perfect examples of female characters that people fucking loved in Black Widow, Gamora, Nebula, Pepper Potts. I mean, the list goes on and on. They didn't have to push any of this bullshit. And you know what? They were in successful films leading the charge. And the moment that this shit started, you had your blip with Captain Marvel, who was positioned at the end of Infinity War. Oh, this is going to be that. This is going to be the movie that's going to set up an Endgame. You can't miss this one. At the hype and with all of the momentum of Marvel behind it, it made $1 billion. But when that girl boss had to stand on its own, it barely made $200 million at the box office, marking a $1 billion decline. This is your last film before Doomsday. This is going to be the lead-in for one of the... Shit, it should be the biggest team to go ahead and square off against Doom, okay? The Fantastic Four and Doom are inexorably linked. That's their biggest foil. And you're cucking Reed Richards. You're cucking Mr. Fantastic. You already did that with the casting announcement. Because, oh yeah, Kirby shared that she ensured her depiction of Sue Storm was not the stereotype of a goody, sweet mother. No, because you needed to have another fucking girl boss in the MCU. I hope this film fails. I wanted it to be good. Just like I want Superman to be good. I'm holding out hope for that one. But at this point in time, there's nothing that could possibly bring me back outside of just simply seeing the train wreck that Avengers Doomsday could potentially be. Because my heart still hurts hearing that Ian McKellen is going to be coming back for, you know, Doom to come around and then for Sir Ian to just raise his arms a little bit and for a bunch of CGI gloop to come out of him. And then for the old X-Men to get unceremoniously killed and everybody will go, I loved it when I seen the thing that I remember. This is all going to suck dick. And if the female Silver Surfer wasn't bad enough, If fucking Pedro Pascal, Mr. Everybody is Mr. Fantastic wasn't bad enough, you got Girl Boss Sue Storm. It's exactly everything you thought it was going to be and more. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.